Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous music podcast on the OMG Network and rawcynic.com.
F to the R to the S to the H to the O to the U to the T. That fresh out. We in the building.
Y'all see what's
good.
Yeah, y'all see exactly what it is. Y'all
man, that Bill Smith is up in. What's good? Jay Camp was good.
Chilling, man. Chilling.
Yeah, BOP was goody, mate.
Hey man, living good, living great, feeling blessed. Shout out to y'all out there. Thank you all for hopping on with us.
Yeah,
subscribe, like button and notification bell if you haven't already, and go ahead and rock with us. The world's most
man. I'm buck, dude. This has been a long week.
Man. You preaching.
J Ken was goody over there, man.
Man, chilling, bro. Same. Been a long week, man. But making it happen for the people,
Hey man, you know how it goes, man. You know how it goes.
How you living, Biggie Smalls?
Oh man, I'm always good, man. B-Bo, what's going on over there, man?
Hey man, doing good, doing great, man. All overall blessed, and just glad to rock with you brothers once again. Peace to LB.
Yeah, man. LB the Power Father's off a little bit, man, for that Easter, man. Hopefully everybody has a good Easter weekend coming up, man. But we got to give y'all some heat before we go in, man. Like I said, man, Fresh Out Show, man. Check us out, man. Numbers is getting heavy, man. So, we got to give y'all a good show, man, this week. To let y'all just know what's going down, man. We got a lot of stuff going on. We're gonna go straight in, man.
Okay.
First of all, shout out to Hip Hop VCR, man. This week is Nas Verzuz Jay-Z week on Hip Hop VCR's channel. Go check him out on his IG. Hip Hop VCR always has the dopest videos, man. Actually, he was just featured on Hip Hop DX, man. You know what I'm saying? Fake Short Drive man. just shouted him out on Twitter. And it hit Hip Hop DX. So go check it out, man. He's got one of the other shows. But this topic comes from Hip Hop VCR's channel, man. Nas Verzuz Jay-Z. And we always said, man, that Jay had to drop something this year, right? So, he dropped the verse with Pusha T. But in y'all's mind, man, like, who's going to drop a single or a project first in y'all opinion this year? You know what I'm saying? Who do y'all think is going to drop a single or a project in y'all opinion between those two MCs?
I think Nas definitely going to drop a project. Now, whether he drops his first, that's hard to say. But I mean, the streak that Nas has been on, I mean, he's been dropping since 2018?
Yep,
like he's been dropping every year. So
that stuff in the chambers too, though. Everything's locked in.
I don't see why this is gonna stop now. You know what I'm saying? So, personally, I feel, Nas might be the man to drop first. I mean, Hove need to though. Like he needs to.
He needs to.
Like I typically don't say like a cat just need to do something, but I think Hove need to. Like, bro, like you need to. Like Nas is busting an ass right now. Like you need to.
Yeah, I agree. I know that Jay-Z likely has an ace up his sleeve by way of an album already in the chamber, maybe a few, or something in the works for completion and maybe some possible out of nowhere release by way of either that and or single. That's again a possibility. And
single ain't gonna do it though, Bebo.
Oh,
man needs to drop a project.
I ain't gonna do it. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what he has as a possibility up his sleeve. Is all I'm saying. However,
okay, gotcha.
However, if I were to be forced to choose and be a gambling man, who's going to be the first to drop between him or Nas, I would choose the latter. I would definitely say Nas. Nas, he's just, like you said, Jay Camp or indicated, he's just been on a roll with his last 3 albums consecutively. He's just in that groove that he hasn't been in a long time prior to the first King's Disease, or at least
like he said, he's in rare form.
He's in rare form, right?
He said that.
And you can tell.
Yeah.
Hey man, this is the thing though, man. We know who the king of petty is though. Jay-Z's the king of petty, man. He's not gonna let Nas just tap dance all on him, man. I think Jay that push. First of all, I don't think he would even release that Pusha T verse if it wasn't for all this Nas noise right now. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
So I
can see
think,
that
man,
too.
he's really like, hey, man, I gotta basically drop something, man, because at the end of the day, man, Nas is over here dancing on me right now. And this is the other thing too. This is why you go to Hip Hop VCR. He just dropped that 2001 Summer Jam footage, the 50 minutes when he brought out Michael Jack.
Yep.
Go check that out. But Jay hasn't really had that noise almost since then. I mean, like, dude, so to me, I think Jay's done everything. He's conquered the NFL. He's got Rock Nation. We're gonna talk about them a little bit later. But musically, man, and you know he's known for, him and his wife are known for doing secret albums real quick. Next thing you know, Friday they on Apple Music, and you banging it in the whip on Friday morning.
I think if Jay does come out of nowhere, as you said, Iceberg, as he's been known to do, he needs to come out with. He needs to drop the Undeniable album. He needs to grab DJ Premier. He needs to grab, Just Blaze. Get off that whole Just Blaze is primo. No. Shout out to both of them, but he just needs to go back to. He just needs to go back to the producers or grab the producers that's really going to help bring that ace up the sleeve, as Nas is getting from
Hit Boy.
From Hit Boy, yeah. So he just needs to go in that bag and really just give the people at least another strong one. He definitely needs to give them that solid.
Man, now you talking group chat bars right now.
Right.
Yeah,
he
you
does.
talking
I mean,
group chat
and
bars.
y'all let us know in the comment section what producers he should work with since it's been a while since he dropped the album. And y'all let us know as well. Shoot, is he gonna drop before Jay?
Did y'all consider the 444 like a real Jay-Z album, or just like a collection of stuff that he just dropped out the thin air? 'Cause remember, he just came out with some billboards, and next thing you know, that album dropped, and the single was serious, but he didn't do anything else with any other tracks on that album.
That's a very loaded question too. I mean, it had album vibes, but it did sound like something he kind of threw together like real quick. It didn't sound like something that he was just like in the lab for a long time. You know what I'm saying? These sound like joints like Jay-Z went to the studio one day, 24 hours, knocked out 8 joints. You know what I'm saying? Free.
Yep.
That's what it sounded like to me. Now, it's a decent grown man record. I mean, it's all right. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hip hop VCR
right.
saying it's a classic. Hold on,
I
man.
can't give
the classic hip hop
I
VCR,
can't,
man.
nah, man. Like if we saying classic, then we comparing it to things like Black on Both Sides. You know what I'm saying? We comparing that to Doggy Style. Like when I think of classics, I'm thinking of timeless. Like I ain't ran that 444 back. Like I've ran back Doggy Style multiple times throughout the years. Multiple.
Even this year.
So if we saying, when I think of classics, man, I'm comparing them to other classics that came from different eras too.
And this thing, remember we in the group chat we was talking about classic Jay-Z. Like I think, in my opinion, Jay only has 3 classic albums.
I agree. I think he's got about 3 as well.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
First,
like,
I like I told you, I was a fan of American Gangster, but I can't give it classic status though. Like it's like 4 mics for me.
I agree with 5. Billy Bars though. When I think of classic, it's Illmatic. It's
well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like Illmatic.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Doubt. That's what it is.
The Illmatics, Reasonable Doubt. Like those albums are timeless. Like we can jam them now. We can jam that now. You know what I'm saying? 444 was definitely a grown man album. I mean, no doubt about that. I just can't give it that classic label.
I can't either. It's
hey, shout out to Los, man. Los, man. You know, Los is a Jigga fan. You know what I'm saying? But I'm only seeing. I'm only Blueprint, Reasonable Doubt, Black Album. Maybe American Gangster. Maybe.
Well, I said for Mike's for American Gang, it's missing that one Mike that needs to be a classic. It's a tough album though, like that. I like American Gangster better than 444 though.
I think
I'll
American
be
Gangster
always
was
real
his
about
last
that.
great album.
Dang, Mike 100 said Jay ain't got nothing left.
He ain't got nothing in the tank, Mike 100.
Wow.
He ain't got nothing left in the tank. That's heavy bars right there. That's heavy.
You know,
Yeah, I can't say Jay's tank.
I think he may have one more. I'm not gonna say classic, but one more album definitely. And if he does, he got to drop it this year.
I think
So
he's
you
got
saying-
more tough one as well.
So you saying he got a quarter tank of gas left?
Man, and paying Biden prices on that gas too. He paying Biden like $7 a gallon on it.
He's on $5 gallon. Okay.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
like I said, I see him. I still
agree
see him
with
dropping something. I think he's gonna drop something first. I think you're gonna see some like around because normally Jay drops some around that end of the summer, beginning of the summer type bull. You know, remember he dropped the blueprint on 9/11. Remember?
Yep.
So normally he's gonna drop around summertime, end of summer, beginning of summer. You know, always did summer. You know, you're gonna miss me. So
So
I see some around there, man. But
that Jay's gonna drop an album before that KD3, that King's Disease. Is that what I'm hearing?
and I think it may hit before King Disease, man. If you really want to get gangster, I think he's gonna hit before then, man.
Okay.
In my opinion, that King Disease, and this is the thing too. Nas did the same thing. King Disease 2 came out in August, just like Jay-Z would. So I guarantee you something's going to drop a single. Something's like some little joint's going to drop this summer, and you'll see an album around August. And I think Jay may hit him first, man. In my opinion.
If Jay's smart, he'll be like Santa Claus, like Nas was for us last year when he dropped on Christmas. That's what Jay need to do. Surprise the world, drop on Christmas, and then might. But it's got to be flame though, because Esco came with it on Christmas. You know what I'm saying? I opened up that package.
Man, shout out to Bob T, man. Hey, Esco put that battery in Jigga's back like Jay did. Nas it on one. Exactly. Exactly. 100. He has to come outside. He has to come outside, man.
He got to. He got to come out, man.
He's got to come outside, man.
Come out and play.
Exactly. So again, like I said, man, and this thing, it would be amazing for the culture, man, if they do drop. You know what I'm saying? You know, these dudes talk too, so it's not gonna be no secret to either one of them. But I think definitely, like, I see Jigga definitely dropping some either around the Christmas time or around that fourth quarter. But I see Nas dropping that KD3, man, around August, or unless he's got something for that fourth quarter. But I definitely think Jay's gonna drop this year.
Yeah, we know King Disease 3 is gonna drop this year though. Like, that's a fact.
Oh yeah.
At some point.
Yeah, and we know it's likely gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one. So hey.
Yeah, man. Well, and this is the thing. In my opinion, I think if they both drop, Nas is gonna have the better album, in my opinion, or Nas is gonna have the better project because he's just in a groove. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's a rare form, bro.
It's KD Easy Sniper, man. He's been dropping jewels, man. To me, LeBron's kind of been on that Jigga algorithm, man, where it's just like getting injured, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to get it popping in Hollywood, and it ain't going all the way, man. Your team is young, so we'll see, man. I don't know.
Peace to Los.
No, Jay came with it, Los. Jay came with that heat. Like, we ain't knocking that.
No. But, like, and this is why we're talking about it. Other than hip hop VCR, he came with the bars on that push, man.
We need that album though.
We said that like the week too.
The bars is cool, but we need that. We need you to blaze an album, bro. Because like you said, Nas is in rare form.
Yep. We need that rare form, Jay, and
we'll
see about that.
Well, speaking of rare form, man,
come on, fam.
Trey's in that rare form real quick, man. What's your quick thoughts on this, man, before we go into the big deal, man? What's your thoughts just on Trey? Because everybody thought Trey was gonna get got on this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, man. What's your thoughts on this real quick?
I ain't gonna say dude came out smelling like a rose, but in a court of law, he's smooth. You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess they said if they dig up some more evidence, you know what I'm saying, they might open the case back up. But I mean, as of right now, I mean, charges have been dropped.
Hey man, a black man that needs more evidence, that means you innocent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, right now he's give us free. You know what I'm saying? He's good. You know what I'm saying? So that's really all I can say about Trigger. Well, I can't say Trigger Trey, but that's all I can say about Trey at this point in time.
Yeah, he definitely
he need to be Trey Hymnal. That's who he need to be.
Hey
Trey
man, yeah,
Hymn.
he need to be in some TDJ. He need to do a TDJ special, something.
Get your butt in church. Thank the Lord. All the good stuff, man.
Man,
that's what you need to do, bro.
Hit that pulpit. Is that what you're saying?
Levo, what you thinking on the Trey joint, real quick?
I mean, he got off from the female accusation, pause, but it doesn't negate the fact that both he, Chris Brown, and others of their ilk, just as we've said before, they just need to be careful. As we previously
man, you got to be careful out here, man.
You know, Trey, he's got to keep his behavior in order. If he isn't already, of course, and keep that right circle of accountable people around him. And I think Jay Camp stressed that before of either him and Chris Brown, and just really just hold himself accountable first and foremost, the man in the mirror. If he's still got some other stuff out there, or if there's some lingering stuff behavior wise or whatever. But I'm gonna say this too: if he does stuff out in public with females, like taking a picture with, like, let's just say a female fan, then he needs to pull that Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, facts.
Around while still in the hand in the picture, like
yeah.
You need to do one.
How you doing, shorty?
Hit you with the dap,
back.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not the jab, but the dap. Like we can dap up one good time.
Don't even touch a piece of a cake.
Nah, I can't give you the full handshake. It's pandemic, but I can give you that elbow or that dap one good time. You know what I'm saying? He got the open case in Miami though. Now,
he still got a case in Miami. And then like Los is saying, man, even Cuba Gooding Jr., man, he kind of, I think he pled guilty.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey man, what's everybody doing, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if y'all need some courses on how to stay 6 feet away from these joints, man, like, hey, we got that at FRSHOUT, man. Come on, man. Y'all got to get it popping, man. But shout out to Trey. Just, he lives to see another day, dude. This dude's like the Game of Thrones, man, with the court cases. So
that's why I say he better get in church, man. You better, what I'm saying, get some good karma going.
Oh yeah. Once you've been acquired as a target, you're always going to be a moving
always
target. As a successful black man in this regards. And you just mentioned Iceberg, Cuba Gooding having to plead guilty just to lessen the blunt of legal ramifications, so to speak, so he don't have to, he doesn't have to face any more time or anything like that. So be careful out there, black man.
He's monkey, man. Like, he needs to calm down, man. I don't know what's going on, man. Like I said, you scared to go to church, man. Like Jay Camp said, man, you scared to go to church, man.
Iceberg, you know what I'm saying? They don't call him that for no reason.
Hey, man, y'all got to get together, man. But
we got to talk about, get up from that. Was he able to get up off that knee when he got down there?
Another one. Okay, so hold on. This is what we came here to talk about today, man. This is why we got the congregation here today, man. DJ Khaled, and salute to Khaled, gets a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now, let's be clear. I'm in my 40s. Hollywood Walk of Fame is serious.
It's supposed to be synonymous, bro. It's supposed to be.
We ain't talking about, Spotify numbers and all this other stuff. We talking about serious stuff right here, man.
You an icon once you hit, allegedly.
You an icon.
You an icon once you hit.
So let's be clear. Nobody. Well, Diddy's got one. Diddy got one in 2008.
Yeah.
But Jay don't have
Ice Cube, Snoop. They got him.
Fat Joe don't have no star. Fat Joe's the one who brought in DJ Khaled. Now let's be clear. Let's see who doesn't have a star to understand why we talk about Khaled tonight. Denzel Washington don't have no star on the
Denzel.
Hollywood Walk of Fame. Jay-Z don't have one. Nas don't have one. But Beyonce, George Clooney, Leonardo DiCaprio, Michael Jordan, George Lucas don't have a star.
Yeah.
Prince don't have no star.
Bruh. What?
Brad Pitt, Rihanna, Al Pacino don't have no star on the Walk of Fame.
Leonardo DiCaprio, did you say him already?
Mm-hmm.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
So this is why we're not hating on Khaled. You understand the severity of the situation, man. Then on top of that, Ashanti got one too, but we got to focus on Khaled. I got an idea. I'm gonna put the kufi on, but man, what do y'all think, man? Before I put the kufi on,
man, that it must be like, you know what I'm saying, going to the man. It must be like going to the daggone head shops now. They must be passing out them stars like candy. I mean, because if Khaled is getting it.
You said that like Oprah. You get it. You get it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you get the star. You get it like, so obviously the criteria then switched up. You know what I'm saying? You pay a little money and you can get your name in the concrete. That's what it seemed like to me.
Okay.
Now, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause the fact that Al Pacino's name ain't on there, and Denzel and MJ, for crying out loud, Michael Jordan's name. You know what I'm saying? And he's got more credibility than 20 times over than anybody in the picture. You know what I'm saying? We talking about icons and MJ ain't on there? Come on, fam. Like, so we got Khaled's name next to all those people. Like, who owns, like Texas Brown Sugar said, like who owns the platform now to get the star? Right. Like, they must have Tron from Dave Chappelle. Tron must have the I'm rich, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Tron must be over the committee. I don't know how much Khaled paid to get on there, but man, this is facts, Los. That's like putting Yao Ming in there. And shout out to Yao Ming. Like,
shout out to Yao, man. We don't want no problem with Japan.
We don't want no problem with Yao, man. But
yeah, man. Shout out to Yao, man, with that slow sky hook.
What you thinking, Bebo? Because I'm scratching my head, bro. Like, I don't even have a kufi to put on.
I got a koof. I got a kufi, man.
I kind of have a kufi, but I'm just like,
I mean,
kind of a mix between both of y'all. Like, I'm scratching the bill of my cap. It's my cap's itching on this one. You know, this is
Bebo again. Jay-Z don't have one. Nas, Beyonce, Denzel Washington, George Clooney,
right?
Michael Jordan, George Lucas, man.
Right. Well,
it must be the Prince of Dubai throwing his weight behind this one.
It must be the oil money or something.
Oil money,
man. But I will say that it's been said out there by cats allegedly, like such as Denzel Washington and some others, that I guess for select reasons that they purposely didn't want to undergo, I guess, the process of what it takes in order to possibly qualify for getting the star. So I do want to throw that out there as a, you know, as far as allegations or statements or whatever in that fray has been mentioned. At the same time, the other side of me is, you know, I'm like, man, this is mad sus right here. And
yeah, it's real sus.
Brandon Johnson and Doggy Diamonds, as I have to agree with Kareem's statement when they talked about this.
Shout out Doggy.
And I'm not trying to paraphrase this as best as possible, but essentially what Kareem said is this is some gatekeeper type of activity, because he said that when it comes to cats like Jay-Z, he typically doesn't show up for Jack Diddley.
Unless it has something to do with him.
Unless it's something Oscar related or whatever. He typically doesn't show up for most things, but for him to participate in this along with Diddy, again, it's mass suspect, and it comes off as some, you know, just some stuff authorized by the forces that lurk in the shadows, or just the powers that be. I mean, just this whole thing is off. But
my thing is, though, if it's powers to be, Bebo, there's other guys you could have put on there besides Khaled. Even
Very
if we
true.
just wanted to go down that rabbit hole, not saying that Kareem was wrong in that line of thinking. I'm just saying, but Khaled just seems so random to me.
And that's why I was. I think
Like he made a deal with the devil or something. Like that's
it's off. Everything is just off about it. Ashanti and Khaled before those legends and others that Iceberg just mentioned. I mean, I'm like Los. How?
and he's got this nectarine colored suit on.
Well,
like
and the suit is for his new Jordans that come out. They come out this week, and that's why he had that color on. So the timing is also
okay.
Involved where he's got these new Jordans coming out, a new whole pack of Jordans. He had Kanye on the Instagram looking them over, and Kanye gave the approval. But I got a theory, man. I got the coof, man.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it, bro.
Okay, so first of all,
Koofy.
we don't. Thank you. So we know they're already been capping with Megan Thee Stallion because who's Megan Thee Stallion signed to?
Rock Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they've been giving her all kind of deals and blowing her up because it's almost like I want to say, I think Doggy said this too, or somebody said this, that there's a reason why Rick Ross gets all these deals because he's connected with the group. So it may because Carcino, shout out to Carcino. So when Rick Ross gets paid, Diddy or whoever gets paid. So they're more. It's more of a benefits for Ross to get paid. They'll push opportunities to him because they get residuals from it. Correct. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing with Khaled. Who's Khaled signed to? Rock Nation. Yeah. This is why you see Jay-Z sitting there with the little paper plane on the sleeve. He's getting paid off of DJ Khaled. And just like if I say, hey, I got a Grammy, so now I can charge more for touring. Now that he's got a Hollywood Walk of Fame, now his prices go up, and then we get paid more off of our talent, right? Because he's just talent to Jay, right?
Okay.
So my thing is he's with Rock Nation, winkety wink. You see all the colors that the guys are wearing around him, right? We know what those colors stand for. We know what goes on with that. So if we get our talent bigged up, that means we get bigger checks and we give him bigger opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So now he's going from $1 million situations to $10 and $20 million situations. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like if you're in the NBA and now you become an all-star, now your salary goes up. You know what I'm saying?
So how do you think that plays with Ashanti?
Now the Ashanti thing,
yeah.
Glad you said that. The Ashanti thing, I have no idea how Ashanti got
like Jeopardy.
For
200.
I have no idea how Ashanti's getting on. And this thing, let's be clear, just so we understand what's going on. And first of all, Ashanti's looking like a Keebler. You know what I'm saying? She's looking straight Keebler right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what she did, but she's looking Keebler all the way. Almost Thin Mint status right now on the snack status.
Might be a little Rock Nation stimulus pack.
She might, like I said, we may want to Google who her management is too. But let's, again, Beyonce, Rihanna, Kanye West, Jay-Z, none of these people are on the Walk of Fame. But Ashanti gets one?
So you think it could be like kind of a different play at getting to the bag of some
then
sort?
The other thing too, remember she's got the album coming out that she redid all them songs.
Yep. And she actually remade the cover as well. The album as well. So alike. So you're right.
She's not on Rock Nation that I know of. The guy just looked her up. But she's got a lot of shows booked. She's gonna be actually this week. She's in the Hard Rock Casino. She's in Spurs Arena on the 16th. She's got a lot of stuff popping. So again, this might just you might be able to pay for these situations, and then you're getting money on the back end. You know what I'm saying? But let's be clear. We're not hating on these artists.
Nah, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? They doing their thing, but like I said, you got to ask the question when Denzel doesn't have one.
Yeah, that's the only reason why we question it, because when I see people like MJ, Michael Jordan, George Lucas for crying out loud, who has multi-billion-dollar movies under his belt, and he's not there. Like, yo, it's this.
Well, and this thing, I see what Hip Hop VCR is saying, but at the end of the day, like when people get these stars, I think when Snoop or Dre got one, no, was it
We
50?
celebrated that as like
everybody
as
comes
a moment.
out.
And we celebrated that as like a big moment in hip hop.
Yeah, I mean, but even just their cohorts and their peers come out, so there's something to it. You know what I'm saying? That we don't know what's going on, but if I'm on the outside looking in and Denzel doesn't have one, Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt.
Did you say George Lucas don't have one?
George
Lucas, bro. Like, and he's got
Denzel.
He has one of the highest grossing franchises.
Absolutely.
Ever. And this
Michael Jordan don't have one. The guy that DJ Khaled had the shoes on.
Exactly.
He don't have one. And we talking about Hollywood fame. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't a music thing. This is Hollywood fame. These are big boy names. You know what I'm saying? And let's be clear, just so we understand who has what rap artists have one.
I know Cube does.
Let's go in order. Diddy got one in 08. Pharrell got one in 2014.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. Queen Latifah got one in 06.
Yeah.
But that was more for acting, though, I thought, and not really
per se.
music.
But then, like, what blockbuster has Queen Latifah been a part of? More than Denzel Washington. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but man, she's been heavy in the sitcoms and.
True.
I mean, I mean, you know, the Queen she's made her mark.
In that Rainbow joint too, though.
I'm not saying she's Julia Roberts. Well, you got your kufi back on again. You slid it. You know what I'm saying? You took it off, but then you put it on like T.I. It's like,
hey man, she's in the Rainbow joint, so maybe that's why she got one. But let's be clear though, not hating the game. She's got her production company serious.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
So and shout out to Los. Los is saying too. You know, she's been on over 50 movies. You know what I'm saying?
Queen been handling business, bro.
Yeah.
For well over 3 decades.
Yeah, I'm like I said, no disrespect at all, man, to the Queen at all. She got one in 06, Diddy in 08, Pharrell in 2014, LL Cool J in 16, Pitbull, we don't care. Ice Cube in 2017, Snoop in 2018, Cypress Hill, shout out to Cypress Hill, Be Real in 19, and 50 Cent in 2020.
Yeah, I remember 50 getting his.
So, and that was a big deal when 50 got that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, no Dr. Dre, you know what I'm saying, either. You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear. So, again, man, what's your final thoughts on this situation, man, before we move on?
All I can really say at this point is everything is really up for speculation as far as how, but at the same time, that's all we're doing is just asking the question. You know, how you know, obvious legends. You know, no shade to shade to your
congrats to him, man. Like for real, like congrats to Khaled and to Ashanti.
We just
for getting that.
Kind of curious because it's like, man, that was kind of left field. Not even kind of, but it was absolutely left field. So
extra left field, and then on top of that, like there's so many deserving artists.
Yeah.
Before DJ Khaled, and I understand he's a marketing guru.
Yeah.
Or they've been using him for marketing, but this is when you start messing around with Hall of Fame stuff, you got like it makes it look like a gimmick, like Hip Hop VCR said. You make it almost look like a gimmick when you just give them out to Ashanti and DJ Khaled in the same month.
Yeah.
Right. But
so
much love though. Speaking
of giving out, you know what I'm saying? Diddy, J. Kim's favorite producer. He basically was or actually Snoop was on Drink Champs, and he was basically talking about the Death Row that he owns now, the NFT albums that he's about to put out. But one of the dopest things that he did talk about was doing a collabo with Diddy and doing a Bad Boy and Death Row Records collabo. To me, which is a dope idea, you know what I'm saying? But how do you think if you're Death Row or you Bad Boy, man, how does this come out, man? Is this new songs, new artists? Is this old songs and old artists unreleased stuff? Is this like some NFT stuff? Like I saw Method Man, shout out to Method Man. He's dropping a NFT comic book where it's like a whole world, like it's almost like this Roblox. If you got a kid or you got little kids around, you know what Roblox is, man. So is it one of those situations, man? Like what's you guys' thoughts on this, if it's true or not? And then also how would this play out in your mind that would make people want to go out and go get it?
Go ahead, Bebo. We'll let you blaze that first, bro.
No,
it take the talk, bro.
Let me just say that for those thinking that this is going to be a first time collaboration between both sides, so to speak.
Damn, Los just bodied him.
He did body him, ethered him real quick.
Man. Ooh.
He looked through Bebo's thought off.
Wow. I mean, wow. Okay.
What's crazy, I kind of agree, but I gotta disagree with what Los is saying.
I was gonna disagree with him too. I mean,
but I kind of understand it, man, from like because I mean, I'm like I said, we looking at the nuances of it and the
I get why he said it, but I gotta disagree.
I get why he said that.
Right. I mean,
but that's bars though. Woo.
Yeah, it's bars heavy.
I would talk about a blow.
Yeah, wow. Go ahead, Bebo. I know you was collecting your thoughts to go in on it.
Got discombobulated. Sure did. But no, I was going to say for those that were thinking that, or still are thinking that this would be the first time that Bad Boy and Death Row work together, should an album like this come into fruition, that's not the case, because I remember there being a track with Snoop Dogg and Loon that they did called Gangsta-ish, and it was on the Bad Boys 2 soundtrack.
Okay. So this is why you come to Fresh Out.
Yeah. Which wasn't a bad track at all. So I just wanted to throw that out there for those who's thinking, oh my gosh, they're both East Coast, West Coast finally working together in that capacity. They've been worked together, and I know Snoop said he's got much love for Diddy and his family and all that, so it's love. But from a business aspect, that's been there too for several years. But regarding an entire album of a collaboration, I can see it being in a similar vein as Snoop Dogg's The Algorithm music kind of sounded, maybe, if it's newer music. Artists from older school to new school music mixed with one another and such. I'm not sure that it'll be a classic sonically, but it would definitely be a classic as far as Death Row and Bad Boy connecting in the fashion of an album being put together. And I'm not so sure if the older music is going to be that's unreleased is going to be put out there, if it's going to be in the NFT style or some type of something verse, metaverse, who knows. But if it is unreleased music that was done decades ago and that goes out there, then I think the possibility of the album being a classic goes way up.
Facts.
That's just my thoughts. But I'll let Jay Camp have the floor on this one.
I mean, it's funny because I agree with both Hip Hop VCR and Los. Like both are absolutely correct. Like you cannot market this to the younger gen. I mean, you just can't.
Unless you have some new artists coming.
Yes, but it's also going to be hard to replicate the nostalgia as well. Like it's good, it's a feel good story, but to replicate that talent, because a lot of that talent is not present here today.
Correct.
And to Los's point, the irrelevancy comes from this is way too long. It's too long of a gap. This should have happened a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I get it from a like Snoop said, it's for the peace and for the love. I get that. That's a beautiful way of
it's
putting
needed,
it.
definitely.
It's needed. I just think that, man, it's gonna be hard because you talking about like classic artists and just classic songs, and then those names carry so much weight for people our age. I think there's gonna be some cats our age they're gonna be expecting it just to be supreme, and that's not what we're gonna get. I think it's gonna be solid, but I don't think it's gonna be like supreme, like what we imagine a Death Row and Bad Boy hookup because of all those artists not being around
Yeah.
in
I'm going to
2022.
agree.
Well,
I
this
agree to that.
the only thing I can say about it, man, is I think it's gonna be gas station fried chicken. It's gonna
I
be
say
gas
gas
station
station
fried
pizza.
chicken, man. You're gonna eat it, man, because it's just there and you're hungry and you smelling it. But when you bite into it, it's gonna be some bullshit. So I think, man, at the end of the day, man, it's gonna be some gas station fried chicken, all grease. But I think what they're gonna do is try to maybe take some old records, put it in some NTFs, and do some different little things with that to make some money. What they should do is, Daz and all them other cats had a lot of unreleased records, man. The Machiavelli's 5 and 7s
I
and
was going to
6s.
say that.
Get
Yeah, I
some
was gonna say
Kodak
that.
Blacks, get some the baby and little baby, put them on some records
Put them
with
on
some of the
there.
classic dudes, merge
Yep.
some of this old new talent and the
It
old
don't have
talent.
to be
And
black.
and use some of them old Dre beats that's still off in the
Use some of the old Dre
in the
beats,
crate.
man. Put some of these young cats on them to bring the brand back. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the music; it's about the brand. So you want to sell T-shirts, merch, the NTFs,
Right.
and all that stuff. The music is just how you get black people involved.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, like I said, it's gas station fried chicken. You're gonna smell it and you're gonna try and take a bite out of it. You know what I'm
To
saying?
your
But at
point,
the end of the day, it's
Iceberg,
bullshit.
Yeah.
you know, I mean, that would be kind of big though to have like a little baby rocking like a Death Row chain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it would,
It
or
would be
something,
dope.
but something Bad Boy. You know what I'm saying? Like to be on tour or something like.
Well, and that's the
that.
thing. You basically make some music, put the new cats on it. Then you have the Death Row Bad Boy tour. Like, dude, they had a holographic Tupac. Why can't they do that with Biggie
though,
and Pop?
But to hip hop VCR's point, they would have to be super strategic, though.
Yeah.
Because again, both these names is irrelevant to that crowd, so they would have to be extremely strategic with how they do it.
You know, you guys are bringing up a great point. You two brothers, along with folks in the chat. This is bigger than just or it needs to be bigger than just an album, because it is going to be difficult to reincarnate the nostalgia of what once was.
It's impossible.
But the music is undeniable. When you play a Biggie record, a Tupac record, it's undeniable.
Yeah,
right. But we're talking about a new generation now, which of course if they hear that style of music, they're going to mostly respect it. But I think it goes to relaunching the movement again into a new age thing, so to speak. Okay. So it has to be beyond just an album.
Well, and let's be clear. No, go ahead, J. Camp.
No, I'm just going to say that just depends on how they market it, and that's why I was saying being strategic, because you don't want to turn off your 80s babies.
Right.
You don't want to turn them off, because we was the ones who was going out buying the tapes, buying the CDs. So it needs to be for us too. So you don't want to have too much little baby on there. That's why I like Iceberg's point of having like your Dazzles, your Corrupts, your BG Knockout type. You know, people like that who was around during that era.
Right.
That can really lift it up. I mean, well, can't really say who's around for Bad Boy. Kim. I mean, C's might have a bar left in him. I mean,
one bar. Dang. Dang.
Well, and this is my thing too. Let's go back.
Facts. Oh my God, hip hop VCR just
exactly. And like I said, hey, let's go back.
Jada over that beat.
Yeah. And shout out to hip hop VCR. That's a dope concept. And let me run into that. So let's go back to these kids who wear Jordans, right? They're wearing Jordan sneakers, but never even knew who Jordan was. So what did Jordan do? He dropped The Last Dance documentary. Mm-hmm. Then next thing you know, it brought this whole new generation into understanding who Michael Jordan was.
Great analogy.
You know what I'm saying? So I see the same thing with this Death Row and Bad Boy situation, because it's like, hey, we can bring it back. It's already got a classic historic foundation. We do and I guarantee you they're doing this stuff just to license the music for some movies, just like the NWA movie.
Right.
So remember with the Tupac movie, they couldn't really use any of his music.
Yeah.
Correct.
So again, like I said, man, like hip hop VCR is saying, Snoop on All About the Benjamin. Like you can do all these smash ups, and you know they have a whole bunch of stuff, man. Ross on the Victory beat. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like there's so much stuff that they can do as far as mixing, mashing, and then like I said, The verses will be crazy, label for label, like Hip Hop VCR said. The merchandise. I mean, this is a cash cow.
I guess
they had sitting on the shelf.
There was that Bad Boy South there for a minute though too. So
Yeah.
I mean, you can get your ball and G, and you know what I'm saying, even what's your boy's name, man? We were just talking about not too long ago from ATL, because he was in that group on Bad Boy South. It'll come to me anyway.
Jeezy.
Go ahead. Yeah, Jeezy and Jody Breeze and them. I mean, they can even, like, you know what I'm saying, do something. But just thinking about it like that, how they can kind of touch each region. I mean, the kids know who Biggie and Pac is, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's some of those other cats that I think would help from your standpoint of doing like the running documentaries. And man, Snoop, get some of them Netflix specials out there, bro. And pump it.
And this is the thing I can say too for Los is what Los is saying. Mace even said, hey, we knew Diddy was going to screw us, but the whole thing is Diddy's going to bring in the money. So would you rather do it yourself and it may not pop, but you know Diddy's going to bring in that energy, and even if he burns you, you still got some opportunities that you may not get because Diddy's going to bring in the money. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man.
Yeah.
So, and then the other thing is, let's be clear, Jada Pinkett Smith is bringing Tupac's name back.
Stop.
Then Mace just came out with the Oracle, so he's got stuff going on with Diddy and what's going on and why is he dissing him. So there's a lot of gossip per se and a lot of traction underneath the entertainment roles and Billboard.com and all that with these two labels. And like I said, they're nostalgic. I think if you can actually do a last dance situation with these, do a documentary, do a movie, and then also like doing it almost like a movie that involves both of the labels where Pac and Biggie are in the movie, you know what I'm saying, or the whole situation, East Coast, West Coast movie. Then you have a soundtrack that they're doing, and then you do the tour and the verses. And I see a lot of things they can do with this stuff. Even like I said, even if it's not popping, like Lo
Snoop
said,
need to holler at Hip Hop.
You can definitely get it going.
Hip Hop VCR got enough footage to put together a small documentary, probably a Bad Boy and Death Row.
What's your last thoughts on this, though?
I mean, you guys just pretty much put a bow on it, and that's what I was trying to say. You guys just put detail, like massive and enriched detail on the situation. It just needs to be. It needs to be beyond just an album, if that's the case. And again, you guys outlined that wonderfully. So it needs to be, the possibility of documentaries. It needs to be the possibility of, just other avenues that branch out in order to help reconnect with today's generation, in order for them to understand the power of, Death Row, Bad Boy Entertainment. So much love. Much love to both Snoop. He's in legacy mode right now. Yeah. We'll see how his moves pan out with the NFT stuff and this and whatever else he has up his sleeve. But this situation, just like with anything that Snoop does, and his people have our full-fledged support at FRSHOUT.
First of all, Diddy look like he's on the deacon board with these glasses and a hat on too. By the way, you got stepdaddy vibes in them with them glasses on.
Oh boy,
yeah.
But this thing, I agree with Los and say if the doc, if you do a doc, then you have to dig up too much bad blood and secrets. But dude, that sells, man. That sells records. That makes people go to the movies, man.
It depends on it depends on the framework of it. It depends on how it's framed. So.
And then, like I said, at the end of the day, man, it's like Dr. Dre with the NWA. You get to rewrite everything. He didn't put the D-Barnes situation in there.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? You can rewrite history. So,
Yeah.
Real quick, man, what's you guys' now I totally forgot about my flyers. What's our hip hop flyers for the week, man?
I'm gonna go with Black Thought, man.
Ooh, okay.
Ouch.
Okay.
Definitely one of my favorite MCs, favorite groups, the Roots, all day. I mean, just dude's been on he's on the Tonight Show.
Okay.
He's on there Fallon.
Yeah.
The albums that he's put out,
Man.
You know what I'm saying, have been crispy. The fact that this dude rocks with a band, man, and I guess it's personal for me too, because I've seen these dudes perform live, and it's a phenomenal show. And they're one of the first groups that I've seen actually create a song on stage from scratch.
That's dope. Crazy.
That's hip hop in its purest form.
It really is.
And the fact that Black Thought has that type of chemistry with that group to be able to just kick, man, he'll kick like 8 bars and they'll come in with the beat and the dudes on the bass, you know what I'm saying? And it's a full song going.
Yeah.
And Black Thought is freestyling, jam sessions, and he's freestyling the hook and all.
Right.
Like I ain't never seen a song get created like that, not live. You know what I'm saying? Then they also do a thing where they'll ask the crowd like what song you want to hear. You can just name whatever song it is. And then Black Thought just starts rapping without a beat being on, and then the band would just kick in with the music. Dude, I mean, it's some of the most phenomenal ish I've seen. It's probably the same stuff my pops be saying when he was saying like Johnny Guitar Watson and some of these other cats back in the day perform.
Yeah,
I got
Johnson
that same
Brothers.
feeling. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. OJs, you know what I'm saying? That's the same feeling I got when I seen the Roots. And
same here. And Black Thought
get down. Yeah.
Black
Philly
Thought
all day.
he's still one of the top, I'd say,
Just rhymers, just
lethal MCs out.
Oh God, yes.
You talk about somebody who can organically freestyle, just it seems stop, and it sounds like written verses. I mean, my goodness. And that's in conjunction with just what Jay Camp said about seeing them live as the Roots. You know, just creating a song just on the spot within a matter of maybe seconds or a minute or so.
Yeah,
it's just phenomenal. So shout out to them, man. The Roots and Black Thought.
Absolutely.
They got the best drummer in the world too, by the way.
Oh, Questlove, man.
Come on, Quest, man. You know what I'm saying? Can the drummer have some, y'all? Can the drummer have some? Because the drummer ain't had none in a long time.
He's had this same fruitful too. Like ever since we've known him, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just been there. Like it's been just he really is the Roots. Like he is the album cover.
Yeah, with that little twig in his mouth, you know.
Yeah, with the natural, man. And they just you can tell too. They down to earth, man. It just it's
they used to perform like 200, 250 shows a year, man.
Which is crazy, man.
Crazy.
I remember that. Yeah.
Crazy. That's how you gain that chemistry too with the band. And they've had to replace guys too, man. They've had the cat who was on the keyboard. He had passed. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
Well, a little light skinned cat, man. Yeah.
Yeah, the light skinned cat, but they've had to replace dudes and still have kept it moving.
Yeah.
Facts,
that fro needs to be facts, man. He got the Oscar joint, man. He got the Oscar and the Grammy this year, man.
The cat on the R2 passed, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
He had that thing, that stick in his mouth.
Yeah. The dude on the bass joint, yeah.
And,
that Leonard, dog. Yeah, that Leonard.
Yeah, Leonard. Yeah, man. They've lost, man, some guys, man, but they still been able to, just to keep it moving.
That's real black excellence, man. Is the Roots, man, coming from where they came from to now, man. That's real black excellence.
Salute,
you know, man. Go ahead, Bebo.
Nah, man. I'm gonna go from J Camp's location in Philly, and really, I should say from the West Coast, which is where I was last week, to back to the East Coast and
okay, bring it back. Okay,
and I'm gonna take it to Brooklyn and just go with those bars, man. Classic bars. And homicide's illegal and death is the penalty. When he dies in his own iniquity, it's the master of the mantis raptor coming at you. We have an APB on an MC. Looks like the work of a master killer. I gotta go with
Master Killer, yeah.
Peace, man. I mean, you know that's Jizz's protege, right?
Yeah, man. All day.
Slept on too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's last original member to join the Wu-Tang Clan when it was 9, and this was before Capadonna.
Hey, man, he made everybody with a do-rag proud, doc. You know what I'm saying? And that Scully cap.
Yep.
Absolutely.
If he was going to night school. If you hear some of his interviews, he was going to night school, and he was supposed to be on Protect Your Neck, but he was like, not just I gotta go to night school, and then like when that unfinished version of Protect Your Neck got brought to Master Killer from Jizz, it was like, oh shoot, man, I missed out on an opportunity type of thought. Not missing out on the mystery of chess boxing. So I think I saw a while ago where he had to, it was basically between Master Killer and Killer Priest on making that song, and I think being a member of the Wu-Tang Clan too. I'm kind of foggy about that one, but I think Killer Priest fell asleep that night, and Master Killer was like up all night, just making sure that verse down. And I just want to say that because him being on that only one song on that very first album, the 36 Chambers album, paid off ginormously, and he is, you know, arguably one of the most loyal artists of the Clan. From
absolutely.
We, you know, J Camp, we had all talked about AZ and how you know, he just reminds you of one of those like humble people with wisdom that just
anytime he gets on the mic, you're gonna learn something.
Definitely learn something. And he honestly too, he arguably has some of the best solo albums in the Wu-Tang Clan.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that too, man. Master Killer got some bombs, bro.
Oh yeah,
he really do.
Well, the other thing too, this is why you come to Fresh Out. Master Killer is related to Marvin Gaye and Nat Turner,
right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So because his last name,
he put that in a bar on that Wu on the W, on the Wu Forever album. He put that in the bar too.
Yep.
Yeah, but slept on bars, man. Like I said, this is why you come here, man. Like definitely go to Spotify, Apple Music, put some Master Killer into your deck, man, and just zone out, man. If you haven't heard it in a while.
You know what's crazy too about Master Killer's last thing?
Go ahead.
Is, you know, he had like the slow melodic flow, but I always had to run his bars back though. Even with it, just to kind of like, did I just hear him say that? Like just to make sure I caught it correctly.
Oh yeah.
Even though he rapped it like at a good steady pace, BPM, I still had to run it back.
93 million miles away came from the representative.
Shout out to Master Killer, man.
Yeah, peace to Jamel Arif, the High Chief. Iceberg, did you remember your selection, sir?
I remembered it. So you took us to Brooklyn, man. So now I gotta take us down to the Bronx, man. You know what I'm saying? Boogie down Bronx, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And I gotta give my guys, man, Camp Low, man. You know what I'm saying? That's Sonny Chiba and Geechee Sway. You know what I'm saying? And I'm tying it into this week or this month because you know they did a song with Will Smith called Yes, Yes, Y'all. You know what I'm saying? So they did a song with Will Smith. Go check that out. But you know, if you haven't heard of Camp Low, man, like let's be clear. Jay-Z kind of took some of their flow a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats took their flow. You know what I'm saying? And legendary, man, you know, the classic record, man, the Saturday Night, aka This Is It, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's the joint. When that comes on, man, it's a wrap, man. So, you know, again, man, they're still doing music now with Pete Rock. Pete Rock has been doing a lot of music with them. Shout out again to our brother Pete Rock. You know what I'm saying? But these dudes ain't done, man. They got a lot of music still left out. Go check them on IG, man. But their album, to me, in my opinion, their debut album was, in my opinion, a 5-star classic. In my opinion,
it's a classic.
So, and I'll say Uptown too, Saturday Night, man. If you don't have that in your deck and in your arsenal, go find that.
Shout out to Steve. I think what the name of the producer was too. Ski Beats. Produced for Jay too. Jay, you might need him as a producer too, brother. But
that Ski Dot.
Facts. You might want to get them. I'm glad you said that too, though. You brought them up, Iceberg, because I need to run that 80 blocks from Tiffany's back, man. Talking about swag, they was dropping just gems in there, man.
I gotta run the flow silky, man. The silky with flow, man. You know that Hooley High was serious too.
It's too much drip, man. It's too much lovely drip on that album, just from that
lovely drip.
And then let's be clear, they recorded out of D&D Studios, the same place that Jay-Z recorded out of. So, like I said, he took a little swag, man. But Ski, like I said, Ski was a Ski Beats. You know what I'm saying? And,
Ski Beats.
Shout out to Ski Beats. You know what I'm saying? You know, he did a lot of work with them in the like. I love the fact that Black Star's coming out, man. Hopefully, some of these other guys will start putting out more records, man, because the game is getting a little bit watered down, man. So a lot of these guys coming back, man, is bringing a lot of credibility back to hip hop, man, and just the hip hop music and that boom bap. So again, shout out to Camp Low, man. Gotta give him some little love, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's love.
Any shout outs before we get out of here, y'all?
Man, just shout out to the people, man. Everybody rocking with us, man. Like the interaction. You know what I'm saying? I know Nas and Jay will always bring out the beast in all of us. You know what I'm saying? Because them two dudes is, man, they infamous, man.
We grew up with them, man. They like the uncles, you know what I mean?
We grew up on them, man. It ain't no shade at all, man. We just want to see Jay got to come with it this year, man. That's all I want to see, man. But shout out, man, everybody. Like I said, big up to Hip Hop VCR on being on that Hip Hop DX. Salute to you, my brother. Salute to Los. You know, I'm gonna scream at you later. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna holler about the business.
Yeah, always, man.
Yeah.
Bebo, man, any shout outs before we get out of here, man?
J Camp said it. Shout out to the audience. Thank you for rocking with us. Peace to Los, peace to Less Dog, peace to Nightmare.
Yep.
For always rocking with us and showing love. And everybody else out there who hadn't gotten mentioned. Even if you're not mentioned, you're definitely not forgotten. So peace to y'all. Much love again. Per the time frame of this live recording, the first quarter of 2022 is 2 days, I want to say, away from being halfway over. So goals or for those who do the resolution thing, I mean, anything that's in that fray that you said that you was going to work on, get started or is still planning to get going. Hey, let's juice that up ASAP. Fresh Out is definitely for those that aim for excellence, and just progression on a holistic basis that haven't arrived yet. And again, peace to Hip Hop VCR. For that Jay-Z, Michael Jackson, YouTube.
That's a helly move, man. Like when because the other thing too is it was on Twitter and Fake Short Drive. Shout out to Fake Short Drive, that's my guy. When he tweeted it, he put in Elliot Wilson, all the big dogs in there too. So it had about 10,000 retweets on it. It was serious, man. So like I said again, we want to get Hip Hop VCR to 100,000 subs, man. Like, go check out the channel because there's so much nostalgia on it. It's ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
Yeah. And that just goes to show you're working on something great. Don't give up, no matter how hard things may seem to be or get. You just may be closer to that hallmark of success that
absolutely.
So keep pushing on, and we got your back. Iceberg.
Mamba mentality.
Mamba mentality. And with that said, Iceberg, take us home, brother.
Nah, man, like I said, it's just a blessing, man, to be with you guys, man. We do it for y'all, man. Bebo, J Kent, man, LB the Podfather, man. This week, man, again, like I said, Hip Hop VCR is Nas and Jay-Z week. Go check them out. This week, man, should be about the fam, though, man. Go, like, if you're not with your family, try to get a hold of your grandmother, grandfather,
definitely,
mom, dad, whoever, man. Just check on the OGs, man. Because
check on your people.
Now we in the driver's seat, man. So we got to make sure the fam's cool. And like again, this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to build a hip hop community. Every week we hear, man, you got some dope clips, and we're going to be partnering with a lot of cool cats. Again, champion, man. With rawthinner.com, man. Get your 20% off site wide. You know how we get it done. But again, we're building a community, man. But it's all based off family, man. It's just keeping it 100, man. So again, shout out to Bebo P, J Camp, man, LB the Podfather, man. You know how we do. Another great episode, man. And we out, man.
Peace.
Salute.
Happy Easter.
Peace.
Hold up. You're now listening to Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous music podcast on the OMG Network and rawthinnic.com.